Hey everybody, it's Mr. Trucks, and I want to start off this semester the same way I start off every semester, and that is by saying thank you. I want to thank you for signing up to take this semester's QuickBooks Online course at Jeffco. For those of you who haven't been through courses with me before, what you'll learn is that I like to do a lot of videos. I think by doing videos, we connect a little bit better. I think it's a little bit easier for you to understand what's going on. So throughout this course, as you're going to learn in a minute, we're going to have a lot of videos, especially here in the beginning as I'm introducing you and getting you set up to understand what we're going to be doing this semester. First thing I want to start off with is I want to talk to you about how you can get in touch with me. For the first quarter of the semester, first 3, 4, 5 weeks, I hold what's called video office hours, which means a couple hours a week I'm going to be sitting in front of a camera just like this, and you can pop in. No appointment, no scheduling, nothing. You'll know where my hours are. You'll have the link. You can click on the link and join me. In fact, one of your very first assignments is going to be to do that within the first 10 days of the course, just so I know that you know how to do it. Also, you can always email me at rtrucks@jeffco.edu. Now, let me take just a second to show you where that information is for whenever you want to reach out, whenever you want to complete that assignment, whatever. You're looking at the home page for our course. Over here on the left-hand side, I've got a link that says Office Hours, Schedule a Meeting. When you click on that, the top part of this will tell you when my office hours are, and the links will be right here. A section that tells you when I'm available to schedule appointments. I'm available a lot during the week. If you need weekend times, just drop me an email and let me know. We'll figure something out. If you click on this link that says schedule an appointment online, it'll show you what times I've got available. You can sign up for it. One thing I want you to understand though is if I am meeting with you, whether it's in office hours or you've scheduled an appointment, I expect a video meeting using Google Meet so that I can see you face to face, so that you can see my screen. If anything comes up that I need to help you, you can share your screen with me, all that kind of stuff. Okay, so that talks about how to get in touch with me. Next thing I want to talk to you about real quick is this course itself. For probably most of you, you're learning something brand new here that you haven't used before, which is how to use the QuickBooks Online bookkeeping accounting platform. First, let's take a real quick jump in to see how the grades will be broken down for this semester. Just so you understand, we don't really work with chapters in this course. We work with projects. So there'll be an introductory section at the very beginning that'll be worth 100 points. Honestly, this is very easy 100 points. Get in, watch the videos, send me a message letting me know that you got stuff done. It's a good way to start padding your grade to get it up. After that, we will be working through, as I said, projects. And each project, regardless of how much work is in it, will be worth 100 points. So that's a total of 800 points. Once we get done with the first 8 projects, we're going to have a simulation that you're going to spend a couple weeks on. You're going to take everything that you learned in the first 8 projects and you're going to go do it. We're going to give you a make-believe fantasy made-up company with a bunch of bookkeeping activity that needs to be booked into QuickBooks Online, and you're going to go do that work. That's worth 300 points. So it's going to be important that you pay attention to those first 8, and then you can apply what you learned in those for Project 9. Then for Project 10, Project 10 is focused on getting you certified as a QuickBooks certified user. There's going to be more videos talking about that later and throughout the semester. Don't freak over it too hard right now. But the very next video will sort of explain what we're doing and why we're doing it. That's back to 100 points, just like your regular projects. Finally, we're going to have that final exam. And the next video will talk about that final exam, because your final exam is the certification exam, the official certification exam with Intuit to become a certified user of QuickBooks Online. That's worth 300 points. You need to spend those first 8 projects learning. Then you'll spend the rest of the semester practicing and applying. The next thing I want to talk about is the fact that this course is going to be probably pretty different from anything you've taken in the past. And that's not only because you're going to be learning some new software. It deals with how we're going to actually teach the course. It is going to be different from any other course you've taken. Traditionally, what we do as instructors is that we figure out what textbook we want to use, and then we make you get that textbook, buy it, rent it, whatever, and you have to read the book. You have to read every paragraph, you have to read every note, you have to read all the things out in the columns. Occasionally, some of the textbook publishers will put some support videos together to explain perhaps some hard topics. That's not what we're doing with this course. We have completely scrapped the textbook. There is not a textbook for this course. So what is there? The entire course is being taught using originally produced videos that you can watch using any device. PC, Mac, phone, tablet, whatever. These videos are what we call small bite videos, which means they're usually between 5 and 10 minutes long. And each video is on a different lesson. So that means instead of having to read what's going on, you'll watch what you're learning, including demonstrations on how the software actually works. Those videos are grouped together into what you've heard me talk about, which are projects. The projects cover a group of topics so that there's a flow through the course. And you can rewatch those videos all you want. In fact, you can watch the videos while you're actually doing the work so you can see it being demonstrated and then use the software. Now, I understand there are still a lot of people who are comfortable reading the materials instead of watching it, or you want it as backup. That's fine. We've got transcripts. We have printable transcripts for every lesson that will show every single word that is being said in the video. You can pull them up on the screen and mark them up if you can do that electronically. You can print them out and use them as note sheets if you want to go through it that way. Also, we'll have what's called live transcripts that are included in the videos themselves. There'll be videos in the course later that will explain how all of this works, how you get to everything. But if you're one of those people that is still feeling more comfortable reading it, that's fine. That option is available too. Now, about these videos. These are not publicly made videos. The publisher didn't go through and find a bunch of things off of YouTube and group them together. These videos are only available through this course. Your personal information is secure, it's on a private platform, there are no ads, any of that other kind of stuff. And one of the great pieces of news is that you have lifetime access to these videos. These aren't rented videos. This isn't rented textbooks. You don't have to return it whenever you're done at the end of the semester. You will have all of this going forward. Jeffco students have an additional advantage. What is that? Well, I am actually the person who is writing and helping produce these videos for the publisher, BA Collegiate. So I'm going to be working through these with you. Obviously, I am a very tight source for all this content. If you have questions, let me know. Just as importantly, if you have feedback on this entire process, whether it's feedback on individual videos, the way we've put things together, this entire process of learning by video instead of reading a textbook, please let me know. We want your feedback so we can continue to improve the process. So that's what I mean whenever I say that this is a different approach from anything that you've had before. I've got just a couple very quick things that I want to mention. Most of us nowadays are used to working with two different platforms. We're used to working with Canvas, which is where grades are, where assignments are, all that kind of stuff. And then the publishers also have a platform, whether that's BA Collegiate in this course, or McGraw-Hill with their Connect system, or Pearson system, or whatever. We're used to working with two platforms. The thing to keep in mind with this course, though, is that you're actually learning a different platform. You're learning QuickBooks Online. So keep in mind that you'll actually be dealing with 3 different places to go look for materials or to do the work or to practice the assignments or whatever. We'll talk you through all that. That's not a problem. Just sort of get that in your head right now so it isn't a surprise. I want you to get credit for watching this video. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to send me an email that somewhere in it has the phrase video fun times. That way I know that you took the time to watch this video. Okay, that's all I've got here. With that in mind, we're done with this video. Go ahead and wrap up here. Going back to your getting started page, just move down that page to the next thing that you have to do. I'll talk to you in one of the next videos.